football is back. And, so we'll run down some of the bigger games
The Monday
of last
Nighter,
week.
we talked about this. The Jets versus the 49ers.
Yeah.
Your 49ers,
Yeah.
who ended up kicking butt.
Well, like I said, they would. It is what it is. It was a great game. 49ers won 32-19. The Jets. I think everything kind of planned out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Obviously, no Christian McCaffrey for us, but the rest of the team showed up.
So is he going to be out? I'm hearing he's out till about end of November,
Yeah,
December.
we're going to get to that too. But yeah, I think he's out for about 4 to 6 weeks. Now, keep in mind, our backup running back Mason has been running pretty good.
What?
This week didn't really have the best of games, but I think the rest of the team is going to be able to keep up. Christian, it's tough when you have the best running back in the league and teams don't have to defend against it, but. We'll see. I guess the next game that came up after that was the Thursday nighter. Bills trampling the Dolphins, 31-10. That game was over a half.
Did you even think?
Honestly,
did you even think?
I picked the Dolphins, or I think last week or the week before, in regards to go to the AFC Championship game. So. That's not looking good, and the reason why I'm saying that even more so is the fact that their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, has suffered another concussion.
I think that's his third, right?
Yeah, it's about his third since he's been in the NFL, and it's definitely first things first. Prayers out for him to get better and being able to function properly, because we just know everything that we know now about concussions in the NFL, CTE, and everything that goes along with having a quality life thereafter. So I think a lot that came from it, and what I've been hearing since then is, some people are saying that Tua should kind of hang it up.
They're saying he should retire, but I've heard that he said, no, I'm not retiring.
He did say that.
He said, I love this game.
Like, and I get it. I get you. You've been playing it from Pop Warner. That's all you know how to do. So I get that drug in that sense of the game. But
this is the paid in full line. Like, will they still love me?
100%. And that in itself is a drug in itself. So, hopefully everything goes well. For Tua, I could care less about the Dolphins, to be honest with you. I guess the other thing, just to kind of glaze over it quick, fast, Niners lost to the Vikings 23-17 yesterday.
Yo, why is it a quick fast, though?
Because we just talk Niners, so I don't want to, make it as a pro-Niners show.
So let's move past that. Niners lost. The Saints won. They beat up on the Cowboys. Like, I think they scored 4 out of their first 6 drives.
Listen,
it was something crazy. It was like touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal.
They look amazing. Alvin Kamara looked like vintage Alvin Kamara. I think he had five touchdowns, 4 rushing, or 3 rushing, one catching.
Yeah.
Again, that's classic Alvin Kamara. Derek Carr looked better than the best version of Derek Carr I've ever seen. What I also realized, even though I do have CD Lamb on my fantasy team, which we'll get to in a second, it's just fun watching the Cowboys lose.
Well, of course.
If you're not a Cowboys fan.
So crazy. It's so crazy when you wake up and you watch the Monday morning shows you see how every win and loss for the Cowboys is so dramatic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, they won the first week. They're going to win the Super Bowl.
And
then this week, now they're like, oh my God, they got destroyed. They're the worst team ever.
I think that's what kills me about American sports media, especially when it comes to the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, the Cowboys haven't won since the 90s. And these guys are still leading the A block on all of these shows, bro.
All of them.
I'm just like, it's enough. But what I will shout out, even though we couldn't help him out with it last week, this is a Pro Niners show for those that don't know. Aaron Rodgers did get his first win as a New York Jet yesterday, beating the Titans 24-17. There's a lot of expectations in New York for Aaron, for the team that's around him. The defense is good. They have a running game. They got quality receivers. Now they need the results. It's a year delayed in their process.
Is he the oldest guy in the league?
Probably, yeah. I would bet money on that.
I think they said he was the oldest, like the first touchdown he threw to the youngest player in the league.
That's dope.
Oldest made a connection with the youngest, which is crazy.
And I guess last game that we'll touch on in regards to games that have already been played, the Chiefs barely beat the Bengals 26-25. They won the battle, maybe lost the war, because their running back Pacheco is probably done for 4 to 6 weeks now.
He's out for
he's
sure.
Probably been their engine outside of Kelsey and Mahomes. I'll get to you in a second, but I am cheesed because I drafted Travis Kelsey in my fantasy draft, and he got me this week 1.5 points. So, fam, I know you don't do the fantasy football right now, but do you know how hard it is to play a whole football game and only get 1.5 points? Bro,
yo, just shake it off, man.
Bro. I was gonna get to that.
Shake it off.
I think they were saying you saw more Taylor than you saw him, and what I need to do, and I'm gonna propose this to all my fantasy owners, GMs out there. I think when it comes to football, we need to reassess the league week 4 because last year I lost Aaron Rodgers week 1. So I'm cheesed.
Tough,
so
bro.
far so good this year, but again, I think, and I'm gonna propose this. Maybe get at Yahoo, get at ESPN, but we need to reassess the draft. Everybody take half of their team, throw it back in the pot, and then repick.
So
I am cheese, dog. Yo, anyway, sorry, my bad.
Yo, I'm dying. So in that Chiefs game, one of the final plays was called back as pass interference. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of talk on it on sports radio, sports TV, saying that it shouldn't have been called. Other people said, yes, it needed to be called. People are saying that basically the Chiefs are getting their way through because the NFL needs Taylor Swift and they need to see her at the Super Bowl. I don't know if I subscribe to that theory. I think they've been playing great football. It definitely was a pass interference, and they won on a field goal. So, listen, you know what I'm saying?
That play aside, I absolutely believe the NFL is fixed and they know what to do.
No, but the Bengals was putting in work, though.
It's the show. It's a show, and I said this earlier. Why leave it up to chance? So
let's get it.
Hey. But we'll still watch.
What's your prediction for the Falcons-Eagles game tonight?
So that's tonight. Falcons are favored 5.5. I think because it's Monday night, I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think I'm going to take the 5.5. Ooh. I think Falcons versus Eagles. So it's early on in the year. I haven't been in love with the Eagles, and I haven't been, I think there's a lot of talent, especially with Kirk Cousins on the Falcons. They may need a couple games to kind of get in sync and in rhythm. Yeah. So I think both these teams kind of come at a chance where they're kind of even right now. Now, we'll see how they defend Saquon. Saquon went off last week for 3 touchdowns, so we'll see. I think that's the main thing I'm looking at, but who do you got?
I said the Eagles because in the first week I said they're going to make it to – I think I said they were going to be at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I just said that wildly. Yeah. So I got to go with the Eagles over the Falcons.
All right.
Even though my last name has ties to the Falcons, It's going with the Eagles. What are you saying next week? What are the big games? I see Patriots-Jets on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Jets.
Okay.
Saints-Eagles, a big NFC matchup.
Saints-Eagles is going to be a good game, especially depending on what the Eagles do tonight.
Exactly.
The Saints-Eagles should be a good game. I think that's probably one of the biggest games because the Saints went off. We'll see if they can emulate that again. I don't know. This week 3 in the NFL, nothing else really kind of stands out to me.
No, nothing crazy. Maybe there's Ravens-Cowboys games just to see what the Cowboys do. KC is playing the Falcons Sunday night.
Falcons are getting another primetime game?
Yeah.
So the NFL knows something that we don't know.
Exactly.
Or is it just ATL maybe? Who knows?
And then the Bills are Bills-Jags on Monday as well.
I like that Monday nighter. Obviously, geographically, the Bills are our team, right?
Of course.
And but I wasn't high on the Bills.
Big Buffalo.
But after the first two games, I'm seeing that there could be a chance. I think
a lot of screen passes. They're running the ball.
Yeah.
They're taking pressure off the quarterback.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna wear my Bills jersey yet.
Okay, bet.
But it's in there. My Raiders jersey is also in there too. And they're playing the Panthers, so they're definitely going to win.
Yeah,
that game. That's soft. So one of those jerseys is coming out just now.
Okay.
And then Commanders, Bengals Monday night, but I don't really care about that. I'm not even wasting my time. I don't even care about that.
Based on how busy we are doing what we doing, NFL might get 1 game, 2 games a week from the tops right now.